Hello and good day to everyone out there in internet land. This is Chai Tea Tai Chi's podcast, and here with me today is Dane Dormio. How are you doing, Dane?
I'm I'm doing excellent. How are you, Andrew?
uh, Technical difficulties over here at Golden Rishi, San Diego. So, our topic today is Qigong better than medicine? Now, of course, that's a tough thing to say because in many ways, Qigong is medicine and is like a medicinal um, prescription by traditional doctors. So, Dane, why don't you just give us a little tip? Why is Qigong better than medicine?
Well, in a sense, yeah, Qigong is medicine. You can think of Qigong as movement medicine. It's one way I like to think of it.
Mm.
But the sense of this is of this question is what is medicine in the sense of something that you take.
Mm.
Something that's like generally it's like in the form of a pill or maybe it's an injection and it's some kind of um, exogenous chemical that has some kind of effect on the body. Um, so this is in the sense of qigong in contrast to that kind of medicine. And to say is one better than the other? Well, we would really need to clarify what we mean by better. So uh, I won't say that qigong is better than medicine, but clarify how qigong is different than medicine. For one thing, qigong is not something that you well they're both things that can be health enhancing. Let me say that about the similarity. They're both things that can be health enhancing, um, but qigong is not something you take, it's something you do. So that's a pretty fundamental distinction in the healthcare world. There's things you can swallow or inject or apply topically or whatever, and then there's things that you have to actually do. And if if qigong was a pill, you could swallow it, but it's not a pill, so you can't swallow it. You've got to actually do it, and that's the equivalent. So uh, it's maybe not as easy as swallowing a pill, but it also has many benefits that just couldn't possibly come from swallowing a pill. You can't replicate the benefits of exercise or breath work or meditation by swallowing a pill, no matter how good a pill it is. And there are some
Yeah.
great pills out there for sure. But it doesn't
That,
have to be. It doesn't have to be a lot of time. Like 15 to 20 minutes a day is the recommended daily dose. Um, and how qigong is also different than medicine is medicine is usually a specific cure for a specific symptom. Like you have this thing wrong with you and you have this condition and you take this particular medicine to address that condition or that symptom. And qigong doesn't so much address specific symptoms like, oh, this hurts, so I'll do this to fix it, or I've got this problem, so I'll do this to make it better. It's more of a principle of when the tide comes in, all the boats rise, by
mm,
regulating your body's innate healing mechanisms. It just kind of facilitates and helps everything working better and getting better altogether all at the same time. So if somebody has an acute health condition or injury, we see this all the time, of course, with qigong. Somebody will just start practicing, and there's no promise that that particular thing will go away, but they start practicing, and after a while, they just say, "Oh, this thing that's been bothering me forever just went away," or "This problem I didn't even realize I had it stopped. It went away." So it got better. Um, so uh, we can't make specific problems that doing qigong will fix this particular issue, but we can say um, these kinds of things just tend to go away when you do qigong. Um,
your
so
overall health improves. Yes.
yeah, your overall health improves, and
The breathing exercises, the meditation, and the range of movement exercise, those things, like all of those put together, you're kind of like massaging your organs, getting the blood to flow better. And as soon as you get circulation to improve, a lot of things improve.
Yeah, it all just everything is able to just kind of sort itself out to the best of its ability, to the best of its natural ability, and of course, the body, as all living things, has a natural healing impulse. So to compare and contrast qigong and medicine, they're both things that can be health enhancing if you're sick, but qigong is also something that is also health enhancing even if you're not sick, even if you're well, even if you're in good shape. It is even better for you. And I'd say, if to compare it to something, it would be most accurate maybe to compare it to an adaptogenic supplement, because I mean, a supplement is not really the same thing as medicine. It's something that your body needs, and if you have a deficiency of that, you might have symptoms or problems, and taking that supplement will address the deficiency and thereby address the issues. But it's just something that's supposed to be part of your regular diet. And qigong movement is as much a fundamental physiological need of the human body as sleep and food. So if you think you can get by long term sleep deprived, you're probably going to find out otherwise. If you don't get adequate nutrition, you're going to have issues showing up. And if you're not getting adequate movement, and you wonder why you feel stiff and sore all the time, why you feel lethargic, why you have why you have trouble focusing and these kinds of things, and it starts to affect your emotional state, your relationships, your productivity. Movement is a fundamental physiological need that if it's not getting met, your health will suffer in various ways. So as something that the body needs just to function normally and to support optimum health in an adaptive way by addressing whatever your deficiency is. That's why we compare qigong to an adaptogenic supplement.
Gotcha. No, I totally agree with what you were saying about not moving, because I teach elderly folks at a great little community, but a lot of them, they kind of gave up on the exercise like 15 years ago, and they were already in their 50s at that time. And that's a tough age to give up exercise, to give up fitness, because you start deteriorating a lot faster as you get older, especially when you sit still. And I saw my grandfather go through. He just sat in a chair and watched TV and played solitaire for 15 years, and his health just got worse and worse. So you can't do that to yourself if you want to maintain a good, strong, healthy body that has range of motion. I always encourage everyone I teach, like, do a few squats every day, do some push-ups every day, some sit-ups, just something. Keep you going, keep the muscles strong, because when you lose them, they're really tough to get back. Oh man, so tough.
Yeah, movement is an exercise, and especially mindful exercise, as we've talked about before, is not optional for a healthy, functional body and mind. And it's movement besides just physical fitness and health. There's the whole dimension of cognitive health and neuroplasticity and neurogenesis that is highly predicated on movement. The human body is fundamentally designed to move. So it's and the body is the seat of the mind. So if the body's not moving, the mind will also deteriorate that much faster. And it's why I love to my philosophy has become, at the point that I'm where I am in life now, my philosophy is, if I don't want to lose the ability to do something, then I better be doing it every day. Because I've come to realize that anything that I'm not doing every day, I will eventually lose the ability to do that. So whether it's balance, something simple like balancing on one leg, or being able to lift your arm above your shoulder,
Oh,
or being able to walk a mile. If you don't do these things, you'll lose the ability. So with medicine, that you take it when you're sick until you get better. With Qigong, if you're sick, and if you're not moving already, if you don't have any kind of movement practice, hey, here's a great one for you. And if you're not feeling well, if you're injured or sick, this will definitely help you get better faster. And then even then, keep doing it, and it'll help you get even better than better, and help you enjoy the not just the greatest possible duration, but also quality of life.
could you tell me, there was a stat you once told me about how many minutes you invest in Qigong gives you a certain amount of minutes of your whole lifetime. What is that again?
Oh yeah, that's great. 7 minutes of Qigong adds 1 minute to your life, and that
Oh, that was the
yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. But I also want to emphasize too, that's kind of just a very broad statistical average for people in certain in certain categories, like people over the age of 60 or 65, where one of the greatest indicators of mortality is fall, and specifically fractures from falling. If you're in that demographic classification, and you just improve your balance a significant amount so that you're less likely to fall, that has a huge effect on longevity and wellness. Just that one thing alone. So depending on your situation, it could be even better for you than that.
yeah, yeah. No, the balance thing is major because every one of my students who are about 60 plus, they all come to me and they're like, I just want to improve my balance. That's all I care about. I don't care about learning your forms. I don't care about the skills, the techniques. I just want my balance to be better. And so I'm like, of course, if you do this, your balance will get better because it improves the strength in your feet and your calves and your thighs. And by doing that, and the range of motion of your hips and your knees, it's like, just keep going and you'll improve your balance. I mean, I'm lucky because I started pretty young compared to most people, and my balance is pretty great. I can't complain, and everyone's very impressed when I do balance tricks. So yeah, Qigong, Tai Chi for balance. They are the masters of balance, after all. So Dane, what would you say is the best time to start Qigong?
As of course, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now, and
Yes.
uh, and we have resources to support you in doing that if you're ready to get started.
Good, good. And where can we find those resources?
So if you can learn from us in person. If you are lucky enough to be in San Diego or visiting San Diego, you can. We have free and open to the public classes on Saturday mornings, and we have a private training group you can join, as well as private instruction and seminars. If you happen to be in town, feel free to join us for a class or one of our seminars, you can find all that stuff in our meetup group, Chai Tea Tai Chi. And we also have a group on Facebook called the 7-Day Qigong Non-Challenge that's designed to make it as easy as possible for anybody to get started with their personal daily mind-body practice, a personal daily energetic hygiene practice. It's easy peasy, watch and follow along, 15 to 20 minutes a day, no previous experience required, no memorization required, no excuse possible not to get started with this if this is something that you're wanting to have in your life. So the group is the 7-day Qigong non-challenge on Facebook. That's here to help you out.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much for telling us all that. And I want to remind everyone, most of these resources are 100% free and for everybody is forever, because Tai Chi is a nonprofit organization and we accept donations to keep us going. But we just want to give this information away to as many people as possible. Hopefully they understand how wonderful and powerful it is. But the only way you get there is by practice. So get started. You can read all about it. I've read the classics, I've read everything, and it's just the only way to really get it is to do it. So thank you very much, Dane, for your time. Lovely chatting with you. And I hope we see you again very soon. Tomorrow we have a wonderful little thing planned. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, it's not on this channel. It's on the Martial Energetics channel, but we have a really awesome interview with one of the top leaders and influencers in the self-defense and personal protection industry, Tim Larkin. He's written an awesome book on when violence is the answer and has some really amazing insights into that topic. And of course, if on this channel we talk about health, wellness, and longevity and all that kind of stuff, but Tai Chi being the grand ultimate martial art is there also has the martial components. So our channel, Martial Energetics, is where we talk about all that stuff if you're interested in that aspect of the practice.
And you can't live a long life if you're a victim of violence. So learn how to avoid that stuff and survive every day. Because today is the last day of your life if you let it be. All right. Thanks so much, Dane. Have a good week.
Excellent. You too. Catch you next time, Andrew.